Good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Stanley. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On first down, Stanley. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Stanley. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw. Stanley to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, and they go back to Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Here we go, here we go. 120! It's a gain of 6. First down, 49. Check 24, check 1, Omaha. Hey, Charlie.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
49,
Garoppolo now on third and goal. Flush, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54. You're not ready.
Off play action. Stanley. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Back to throw. Stanley going right side here, and that's complete. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
On the ready.
Throwing on first down. Stanley. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stanley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Stanley. And that's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning. And
oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got the designated guy turned free.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
On 2nd down now. It's Harris, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Here we go.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. Way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go. Here we go.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go. Black 80. 49. Strip the ball.
On first down, Swift. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Touchdown, 49ers! Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Stanley. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Come on, set. 18, you might be getting tired of seeing me.
Now Gordon on first down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Operating from the gun, Stanley. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Now they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
21. Hey, go. Stay hot.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Garoppolo now. Pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. This will be caught at about the 5. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Swift, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something like that, we have to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now left side on the swing pass. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Stanley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down. Stanley looking middle, and that's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Henry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
6-man.
On 1st and 10, Stanley. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Got Gordon open, completes it. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a third down. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stanley. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The previous play is under review.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, Brock? Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Stanley. And his throw here's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stanley. Complete. It's Henry.
Let's go.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go. 70, Indy.
On first down, Swift, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley throwing right, and that's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stanley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Double dog, that's the way. Hatch it.
2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So the victory here for San Francisco.